now if someone can check the screen and tell me if it seems I think we're antheming in AR right now.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
Hey!
So that was Anthem.
E3.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, sounds good.
Welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready. Because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today.
That's fine.
We're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited?
FIFA V3, everybody.
Then we've got two games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me?
Microsoft tomorrow, I think.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if
there
I
were a couple
told you all
tomorrow.
the secrets at once, right?
I didn't get to listen to the recording.
Give him a break.
So
he needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Nanners back to his headset. Wait, say something again, Nanners?
Hey, I'm talking.
You're coming from a mic that now sounds far away.
Bring the other mic back, yep.
How about now?
Hey,
yeah. You did the thing.
So I switched it back to my headset, and now it's my other mic again, so that's perfect.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, so I think we've bingoed 2 things so far already, so I need to get on that.
What did we bingo?
We got Anthem and we just got some Battlefield.
Oh, okay. Can you actually boost the stream volume for us a little bit?
Time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here
Monster
at EA
Energy,
Play
maybe.
from our community. So,
Conman's favorite Red Bull.
Single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those
I think so, yeah.
stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about
I assume World War II is just
really
jumping through windows.
Moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
Real and relatable, and they're talking about Battlefield. Yeah.
Did they ever announce which World War II, like what setting it is? Like, is it a particular
All
theater?
of them.
Thanks.
Just all of
Something not to
Whole
miss
thing.
tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just
That looked like the
beginning.
Hindenburg in the
We'll all
background
go on an
for a second
expanded journey
there.
to the Second World War.
mean, that's a
No loot
stretch,
boxes.
but yeah.
I mean,
No
we already
premium
know
pass.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Every day, we'll
Their
bring
mics
something
there
new.
actually sound like they're
And as
ducking.
part of that journey, after launch, you'll get
It might
something
be,
I know a lot of
I
you
think I
have
set
been
up
asking
attenuation
for.
us. So if we're talking, it'll take the stream down a
It's
little
Royale.
I don't know. When the crowd was yelling, it sounded like it went down.
bit. Well, yeah, they might be
It's-
set up for definitely.
Yeah.
It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those
Royale?
pillars
Yeah,
of
Royale.
Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So
I actually just found
we
out
will
yesterday
bring you
that there's actually a
experience
new
that you
VR
haven't played
battle
before
royale.
in
So,
Battlefield or anywhere else.
well, it's
World
built.
War II
But
Royale, like 100
more about
Hitlers
that
drop into
later
Eastern
this
Europe.
year.
Yep.
So
You
with
gotta
that,
slap them all.
it's time to show you what makes
bad.
Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our
No,
multiplayer
the
sandbox.
free game
And this
rec
time,
room
it's
actually
even
now
more
has a
epic,
battle royale
driving
built
across
into it.
multiple
Which,
maps
yeah,
and
of course,
modes.
sure.
So did anyone
Welcome
check the stream?
to
Are
your
we, like,
next
doubling
Battlefield
or looping, or
experience,
do we sound
and this
okay?
is your first look at ground operations.
Sorry if that's
And
gonna
this
like
time,
break everyone's sound
even
stuff.
featuring music.
I just didn't get a chance to check things.
No, it sounded fine to me. I had, our sound and then the stream sound on, so I was getting looping there, but otherwise it was okay.
Okay.
What service are we on right now?
Mixer.
Yeah, if someone can look at the chat, I don't have it on screen right now, but how I have it set up. So
There's no chat at this time.
awesome. Like I said, we're figuring this out on the fly. First time we're trying to do this, and a lot of us are in different places.
Live demo, folks.
Yep, pretty much.
Be way easier tomorrow when I guess we're gonna loop in Conman and maybe Brady.
Yeah, we're doing tag.
I believe so. Yeah, a little quiet, a little like empty spacey.
Did that
but
guy
then-
just get sucked into the jet engine?
I think so.
So, can you recheck that inaccurate space again?
No,
Like,
I can't stamp it any harder. I'm sorry.
Ikke en dråpe. Jeg elsker deg.
I'm gonna save you by throwing you off this bridge. Good luck.
So I assume
Battle
this is a
ship.
single player campaign that we're looking at?
yeah.
Quando eu era criança.
That was an interesting transition.
That's a FIFA.
It's like World War II happened, and that's how soccer was born.
I don't think
E
NHL
vontade de
19 is
vencer.
going to make it to this.
Probably not.
Até mesmo nos momentos
So we
mais
can't
difíceis,
bingo that way. We'll
tu
get from
tens
Star
de
Wars.
continuar a acreditar.
NHL could happen, you know.
De te mostrares ao mundo.
The Stanley Cup just ended. Like, they're not gonna mention it at least.
We're trying to get over BT.
Oh, right. That's a thing.
Are they doing a separate World Cup game, or just FIFA?
I think they just usually call them like FIFA World Cup during World Cup year.
Isn't every year World Cup year?
No,
Nope.
every four.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that.
I'm ready for this moment. I bled for this moment. I done fought, prepared for this moment. Now I'm off the ledge and I'm floating. Want my name in the rafters, name what you after pain in the passion, reign as a champion.
Sure. I actually didn't see who the cover guy was.
Uh-oh.
That is some music.
Based on the Microsoft one that we went to last year, I feel like they're all scaling down.
That would
Were
probably
those
be
people
smart.
laughing at the show?
I don't know.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football,
Yep.
where the world's best clubs compete and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game.
I don't know what's happening above me.
And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because
Wow.
it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the Uefa Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year.
No,
And it's
I
the
haven't played
place
FIFA
where
in a few years.
champions rise.
Yeah.
And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why
I kind of feel like this is going. Imagine that you have a new NHL game, and now we're adding the Stanley Cup.
League tournament mode. Your club will chase this
Literally
trophy
just the
in
cup,
career
though.
mode.
It's a whole
Alex
mode. You can
Hunter
view it,
will
you can
pursue
touch it,
Champions League glory in your
put
story
fingerprints
mode, The
on it if
Journey,
you like. It's fine.
And in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
Okay.
And all that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay.
How much do you think they paid?
And this
for
year,
that
we're giving you the
replica cup?
tools to control the pitch in every
Too
moment.
much.
From your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch.
I assume they didn't just go to
And we know
the current, like,
how passionate
winning
you are
team
about gameplay, so we've
or the
worked
last
borrow
hard
this.
to
team that won.
shape
Yeah,
and
we need to
refine
borrow
our
it for a
vision
press
for FIFA
conference.
19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with
Calling in a
beginners
favor from Peter
to
Moore.
detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised
like
yet
soccer.
again this year.
Or football.
So we look forward to
It's a
everybody
battle royale too.
experiencing the game.
100 soccer
on the
players
hands-on
drop onto a
sessions
field.
this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September
First one to
28th.
make a goal is the winner.
And that's our
Don't
FIFA
eliminate
19
anyone.
news, headlined by the UEFA Champions
There's
League.
only
But I
one
just wanted
ball,
to take
though.
a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic
long
trophies
pause. I
that
don't believe
every
you
young
were
player
sincere with
dreams
that,
of
man.
winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy,
There we go.
the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're
we
excited
didn't
for the
even
world to
make it
compete
in.
for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the
we're
FIFA
bad at
team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with
we're
FIFA 18
good.
players, which is why
Yeah, there's
just
that at least.
updated the game with
Yep,
a free
shame that this is
World
the men's
Cup
tournament.
experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox
Do they
One,
have a women's
PS,
World Cup?
PC,
they do.
and Nintendo Switch.
I know nothing
But you
about
can
soccer,
take
so
Ronaldo and Portugal
It's-
to the
it's
first
offset
World
every-
Cup
every-
victory. Or
Still every
you
4
can write
years,
your
but like every
own
2 years
story
from the
with
men's.
some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation
Iceland
of only
versus the US.
350,000 people would ever qualify? And you
Time
can
to see
feel
the
their
US
excitement.
lose.
It's like the Mighty Ducks, but for soccer.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through
Trying
Origin
to get the
Access.
thumbs up on camera.
Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now
Do we have
for
a
free.
thing for that? Play it now?
Yeah.
That's a thing. The FIFA
Yeah.
Origin?
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their
Not for
nations in a
this
little mini
one, I
World
don't
Cup
think.
tournament.
No. Not for this one.
And this summer will bring so much
be the
more for
sports
FIFA
game
fans.
card pack that
Plenty
they
of
existed,
FIFA 18
but-
content centered around the World Cup,
don't think they
and
wanna
we'll
talk
bring you
about
all
that.
the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime,
Aaron was
let's
very
all
optimistic
enjoy the
about how
World Cup.
truthful some of
Thank
these
you,
companies
and
would be.
Auf Ravistan!
Yep.
Yeah, looks like FIFA.
Look like some soccer boys.
Yeah, FIFA Madden are two franchises that I hop in like once every 5 years or so just to see what's changed.
Good
Sounds about
morning.
right.
EA Sports, FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests.
Gonna talk about it more, huh?
People from 60
Well, that was 18. This is
playing
19.
competitive
So there's
leagues this
plus one
year.
now.
Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do.
Anthem and Battlefield didn't
Before we
count.
move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL.
You can't resell games if it's a subscription.
Back on the PC for the first time in over a decade.
Holy shit.
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know. I see Titanfall in there.
Later this summer.
No. So
that's a little later in the year, but if you
over
want
100
to
games,
get started
20
right
Madden
now and
games there, so
experience
it's
the benefits and joys of subscription.
I mean, that's still
come in
something.
and play
You
a
can't
free
play any
trial
on
of
PC
Origin
right
Access,
now.
our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Wow. That was big. I don't think those kids should be playing any of these games, though. Yeah, that game's rated like teen or mature.
That's what needed to be on here.
Yep. Garden Warfare 3, confirmed. I mean, there's The Sims, John.
I don't know what I'm actually watching. These are games that we made a long time ago. Have fun.
Now you can play them all. You know how we've been giving you like 1 free game a month? These are the less
Hey everybody! What's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowded EA Play, and I just happened to find
like 50
Mr.
people.
Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah! So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass.
Say the word.
But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
He said Lucas, it's Star Wars, shut up.
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing.
Oh,
Jedi.
EA Access there on the
So
left.
does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
I don't know if that counts.
I mean, it's EA Access. It's now
So
just
Vince,
EA
you got
Access
anything else?
Premium.
Well, it takes place during the
Yeah.
dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the
We're never
Jedi's
gonna
are
get
being
any
hunted.
of those others.
No, it was
it's gonna
Origin
be a
Premium. That
spectacular-
was the
Oh, was
For
it?
all the,
Never mind.
like,
Sorry.
the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like what between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice
Beat some
time.
numbers up.
You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
I mean, Vader was chasing Jedi.
Bad
so it was
time. Does that
super
mean this
easy
could
to
just be
write a
all
story
dark
with
and
Vader
serious?
chasing a Jedi?
It's amazing.
All right, so I
Between
think
Star
people
Wars
are now
Rebels, it's
anxiously
gonna
want to
be
know
like
like when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
So,
2020?
sorry to dash any
Well,
hope.
we'll come back next year for some actual
But now that we
things.
know, we can set expectations. We're all going to
We'll show
be
you a
amped up,
logo.
and hopefully we'll hear
And then
more
we'll
from
make the
you
game really
maybe
fast
maybe next
before
year.
then.
We'll,
yeah.
we'll have that.
Well, Vince,
We'll have that Star Wars option on the
it was
bingo
great
card
to see
ready
you.
for
Thanks
next
for
year.
stopping by the show today.
next
We do
year.
have a little bit
Holiday
more
next
news
year
on
lines
Star
up
Wars,
with
so
the
I'm
next
going to
Star
toss it
Wars
over to
movie.
Dennis.
Oh, yep.
One guy was really excited to see something about Battlefront.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today,
It's still
so
a
thank
game.
you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back
Those are cards.
and
Those
make
count?
sure
ready?
that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead.
Is there a pink Vader?
So from there, we added a new hunt
Vincent
mode
loot boxer.
inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved
saw that,
building Ewok Hunt.
Showing the same thing on
So,
Yep.
as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet
they
Kessel,
mean the
a
content's
really
coming next
dangerous
week.
place,
Yeah.
and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends.
What?
So
We're
Was that
also
hard in the past?
adding a new starfighter
Oh, this is
mode
Loop 2 now.
focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships.
Like, my problem with these
But that's
games
not
is
all.
never the gameplay.
We
They always
know
play really
that
well,
you have
but
been
it's just a
asking for
lack
new
of
heroes,
why
villains,
should I
and
keep
planets
playing
from
Yep.
a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that
Battle for
Battlefront 2
Naboo.
this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
There you go. Everyone's favorite time period.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First,
come out of
let
loot
me
boxes.
introduce the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I know that
Finally
name.
making his debut in
Shocking.
Battlefront after all these years.
A new
So,
4-button
but
mouse,
we're not
one
done.
for each
That's not
arm,
it. They
to
will not
swing
come
each of the
alone.
lightsabers.
Joining them is
Way
the
ahead
Dark
of you,
Lord
John.
and leader of the Separatist
It's up to
Alliance,
12.
Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Really? You're gonna bother cheering
The
that?
team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA
Darth
and
Maul
DICE
be there
are
too,
committed
guys.
to Battlefront, We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
He never said cosmetics only loot boxes, he didn't say card packs, he didn't
He's
say
not.
loot boxes.
We're just going to ignore that part of the thing.
Yep. So we got Star Wars.
And here's a boat.
Oh. Unraveled?
Yeah.
I didn't play the first one, so.
We could challenge.
know what I just saw.
That guy.
Hi, it's really good to see you.
Yarny's back.
In our
Made
novel,
the shirt out of that character.
We used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including
Why are you
your
laughing at that
spark.
guy?
But when things are at their darkest,
pain.
you find hope. And you form a new bond.
Too.
And your spark is rekindled.
Whoa.
And it leads you off
Did they
on
just
an
have sex?
adventure.
Fun co-op or a
So welcome to Unraveled 2.
Good name. Great.
Yeah, does that count
It's
as
a
any game? I don't know.
about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness.
Turn off my Wario.
You see, it's all made to be played with two characters.
I know Wario.
You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure.
That looked really
This game,
slow.
it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging.
That
But
looks
above all,
bouncy.
it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy
Not
successor.
30 frames a
And
second
I
even
want to show it to you
necessarily.
now. So I brought some help.
So many frames.
So please welcome Michael to the stage. So our producer at Coldwood.
Are they gonna play? Oh, okay.
And
Maybe.
we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Okay, so it's like brothers.
Whoa. Did either of you play the first one?
So this
No.
wasn't
I don't know what
prepared.
this is.
There we
Say
are.
This isn't prepared.
Yeah.
You know, let me bring up the
So when you're
debug
playing it by
menu.
yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those.
Kid's just getting
because
attacked by a
We
bird.
figured
Yep.
that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places
It's
that
like an
were
angry cat comes out
fun
because
and
you're a ball of
exciting.
yarn.
Yeah.
Angry turkey, of course, you know. Just like,
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this,
Yeah.
when you're problem solving, you can split
Yep.
apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other
Let
out.
you, like, tie
and
the legs of the turkey up
utilizing
like
this
an ad.
bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come
How's
across.
this gonna work now? Okay, so now you climb the yarn.
So I guess I'll jump in at this.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay, so
Okay.
basically
Be the blue one.
you can
I'll be
control
blue.
one or the other, or have two people. Just
Okay.
Celebratory flip there.
That's cool.
And the bird is back. Okay, playing it safely now. Oops. I'll swing. All right.
We made our own Spider-Man.
Nice. And I'll catch you. There you go. Nice swing.
Look at that teamwork.
Okay, you go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of this doesn't seem like it needs to be co-op necessarily.
Oh, that's cool. It doesn't seem to be.
Okay, this is the scary part.
You would just be doing one thing at a time instead of like
got it.
2 things.
Oh, very nice.
No. It's like they've played this before.
Faster. Oh, sweet. Well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the ground. So I'll sneak up here.
Yeah, that was really fortunate.
Okay, your turn. Yeah, look at me. Here you are. Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
I mean, that bird could get up.
All right. I'll pull you up. There you go.
Yeah, this seems neat.
Now we can breathe again. Yeah, finally. Or can we?
No, you're not allowed to breathe.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely
On the
amazing
bingo board, what's the spot
so many
under
levels,
indie
and
game?
everybody has worked so hard. So
game coming to
there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those.
I
And thank you
was
to
gonna say,
everybody
I
back home,
think
and thank you.
FIFA
Love you.
probably is.
That's a weird wave.
Are we calling Unravel 2 an indie game, or it's a sequel, so...
It's hard to say. It looks like they're a pretty small studio.
If we need something to bingo,
Yeah.
we'll come back to it.
We'll keep that in mind.
Right. Fortunately.
I guess if we see cosmetics only loot boxes, then, you know.
They're doing a good job of glossing over anything related to that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. They in no way want to bring that up. at all.
Yeah. We had 2 FIFA games and they didn't mention it once.
Right. So, yeah.
This looks like neat, like puzzle solving. I think a lot of it is going to depend on how the jumping feels, if it's like floaty or not. Yeah. It reminds me that there's a game which I can't think of the name. It was like the Gremlins. It wasn't the Gremlins. It was something like that. That we had like 2 dudes with spacesuits that were hooked together with a line, and you could like inflate one and deflate the other.
And I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep. You heard that right. Oh. You'll be able to take these 2 Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Oh.
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood.
Really excited.
Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel.
We
To
don't
seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program.
Yeah.
It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out.
Yep.
And I think
We're not
we all
letting
can
him
remember
come
that.
back ever. Don't worry.
And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I
Yep.
did.
Yo, fuck
Anyhow,
the Oscar.
in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new. And you all
It's
loved
fun. I enjoy playing
We
that.
saw over
Innovative,
2 million
it was
players in
kind
the
of
first
fresh
2
and
weeks.
new. Caught
And A
fire.
Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. There you go, John. So close.
Give me the NBA Live.
Thank you, Patrick.
And esports.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Someone had that right there.
I'm not sure if you have any bingo boards that have like overly emotional.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game.
Yeah, thank you.
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters.
Wait, what? Whoa.
Is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human.
Well, she was lonely.
Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance.
She became a dark
Some
Jedi.
needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Being human.
What?
And lonely.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Becoming a monster.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
It's a battle royale.
This world that I live in.
100 monsters dropped into the ocean.
Nope. Cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run.
So
A new
she's supposed to
day is
escape a lot
here,
of those monsters, right?
but nothing
Yeah. But they're her?
You just want to be friends.
I tremble.
So I'll be the first to say that I have no idea what the fuck this game is about, but also I kind of want to play it.
Yep.
I want to know what the gameplay is. It looks like it's either an action platformer.
NBA, we get an NBA. Oh,
Yep.
never mind.
We are the one. We can shut
Yeah,
you down,
okay.
and we can put you on an island. Crossover, gather, gang. And we're balling.
Street ball.
Be ready.
That was a big point of one of the last games, right? Andy?
Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next.
You grew up playing street ball.
Be the
Go
answer.
back to your roots.
As long as you hold your course.
Break out that Fisher-Price little basketball hoop that was like white and orange and blue.
Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you are my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
That was definitely Shaq all the way on the right. No Shaq, but Shaq.
My name
All
is
right.
Shay Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden Belt.
Say the goddamn word.
Since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for Young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna count this as esports.
Yeah, they didn't say it, but
Bingo.
We're gonna bingo that. Yep.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup. It's a rematch.
That's a title belt. All right.
Touchdown, Kev. Nick, he throws it high, and Young.
this is such a literal interpretation of esports.
I mean, Madden kind of was one of the originals, or one of the ones that survived year after year.
Yep.
More of like a big
Oh god, is that kid there? Yep. With his
And he's
belt.
got the belt.
How you doing? I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping? Wow, already starting. Okay.
Oh, it's Juju.
Hi everybody. I'm Juju
gonna go get a
Smith-Schuster
drink.
from
I'll
the
be right
Pittsburgh Steelers.
He's got a fanny
As you
pack.
guys can see, king of touchdown
He
celebration.
sure does.
That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up.
Did you just call him Young Kid? Like, tell me is that his call name, or do you just know the hell his name is?
Young Kiv.
Older than Juju Smith-Schuster.
How has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
Oh, check out
It's,
those jeans.
I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm.
Check out those
So
pants.
then I picked up Madden,
Yeah,
and
Juju's
at
style is
first
on
I was
point.
really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation. Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do? I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money. There you go. We're out here
That
chasing
shit
money.
to me. It didn't matter.
That's
None of it
awesome.
mattered.
Okay, now the past few years.
Drop out of
how
school
has
and
it
play
been?
video
I know
games,
you
kid.
had some ups and downs.
My
It's been
parents don't
tough.
have a
I've had a
belt.
lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out. But all those losses made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt. That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you.
I was really sad that I lost at Madden and then I didn't, and then I got a belt.
First look at the
Good
Madden
story.
19 trailer.
Journey, Nanners.
Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out.
It's
I'm going to try
gonna
to take
board
this
us.
belt,
Yep.
round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Did he just steal the belt? Like, what just happened there? Tune in for the pay-per-view.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these.
to the very top of the mountain.
It's gonna be like the...
You battle through the pain and failure, all just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born.
Should have put a frostbite thing in here.
You fall so you can rise.
Show me that Eli face.
And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really
look at that sweat.
never about reaching the end of the road at all, but about all the moments that got you here.
So, a running back?
I don't even know anymore.
Position.
Great, they drafted not the QB.
Let the moment define you,
Welcome to the league.
or will you define the moment?
Browns quarterback. Come PC this year, I'll play it.
Sure.
I don't know if I'll get it tomorrow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez.
I know.
How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
I didn't know I could just make up some bullshit.
And give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
It's Madden, but it's on a phone.
The objective is straightforward.
There's 100 Maddens, they all drop into a field, and they're very confused as how they got there, and you have to get to the bus.
The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map.
Oh no, is this a
Control
Command
the
and
missile by
Conquer?
standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes two missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Is he friended with Bottled Fuchsia? Because it came up on my notifications.
Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Oh God, that just says a whole lot in a very short period of time about the RTS genre at this point.
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
What the?
Nailed it. Good nickname.
Nick Jr.'s his son.
Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these
That's all I
gaming
got. I'm
styles,
sorry,
these
guys.
competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right, let's
They couldn't
kick
even.
this
They couldn't like
off.
give him tablets.
Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
into the
kick
match. Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to
Your
hold
stream's
that
there. I
top
don't know
point.
what you're
Both
talking
players,
about.
Of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position, that In Control is coming from the top side, also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right. Let's see if he's able to
These
create
matches
a 2-on-1.
probably don't
Is he
take
able to
long.
Get there. So he's getting there. Here comes
It's a
GEI
mobile
with
game.
Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino. As
This is
attack
like
bikes
a
move
real-time
towards the northwest
strategy, but it
position.
also
You see
sort of
that the
looks like a
missile is
hex
beginning
game.
to ready, and firing that takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those controls.
I like how they go to the split screen so you can't actually see what the hell's happening.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's
Well,
redeploying his
yeah,
vehicles to
your
the
fault.
south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help
There it is.
flank
Putting
those
some
flame
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push
It's
back
actually
these smaller
behind where
forces as
we're
he
at,
makes
though,
his
on
way
Mixer
to
itself.
the south side. That missile passing halfway now. Both
No, I mean like the live stream. Our stream on Mixer is their actual
Let's see
stream
if
on Mixer.
In Control can get around to that top corner.
So
Able to
that's
hold that
some
missile.
magic
He
you're
does
working
contest
there,
the missile,
John.
putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course. Blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile,
And that
fires off.
Wow.
And
Oh,
Nick at
there's a
Night,
missile. Something happened.
one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force has been doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
I just told someone that they're e-sprouting it, so that's good.
Move up towards that north position. Those harvesters, of course,
They're
very crucial,
sprouting
very
it.
important to protect
Autocorrect
those,
fixed that for
as
me
your
instead of
economy allows you to
esports.
get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another
map.
drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters.
I don't know what's
coming around
happening.
from the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
Looks like.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to
Wow,
firing
look
with
at this.
3 zones in control for Nick at Night, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
The areas are what you need to control. I don't know how you do that.
Just park units on them and it captures them.
Like here's a missile, fires a missile.
Next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Night's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of
There he
In
is.
Control.
Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first man.
Oh, you actually do have a harvester, I
If
see.
If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit to deal with those.
A lot going
Yeah.
on here.
He's got a lot of range, that big boy. And In Control.
I don't think so.
This missile
I mean, it looks like you're harvesting Tiberia. You have red and blue.
Got it, Max.
There it is.
Gonna take it. Defeating
What
Nick
just
at
happened?
Night.
That was epic.
Yep.
Amazing.
Oh, that's GEI's logo. Come on, it's Command
That was awesome. Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there.
Perfect. Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick at Night, and In Control.
Actually, I'm not amazed because when
so long.
someone.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
There you go.
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait
I'm going to be really
play.
sad in a minute when
Please
this
let us know
doesn't
what you
actually
think.
come up on my
Thank
phone.
you.
I was gonna say, well, have fun, Android phone users. I can't play it.
Comment, I'll play on this later.
I don't see it. Nope. It just says coming soon. And pre-register. I can pre-register for the early access. I guess I just pre-registered, so
Yeah, I wasn't really listening. Maybe he said that's what he said. Go.
I suppose I'll get a notification when it's ready.
Command & Conquer for a new generation.
I'll put that on my phone.
Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on.
Oh,
that
switch,
in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together.
Oh.
The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
We swear we're not evil.
The gods
we try to do
vanished
some good stuff.
and left our world in chaos. Creating, altering, destroying. The Anthem is all that remains.
It's our destiny. Wait. Nope.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
We need iron.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Not Titanfall.
Superman punch.
I just noticed the song.
Yep.
Don't do that.
What a bad plan.
So we listened to Destiny and Warframe and saw some Iron Man movies. And,
Yep.
Basically Mass Effect.
Put them all together.
We're doing a whole lot, so we just need more robots. I hope it's good. It looks kind
Yeah, it looks like it could be neat, but at the same time, it does kind of, I don't know. It looks like a lot of other things that have been out recently.
You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans.
What is it?
So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Broussard.
I thought this was like wrapping up.
Yeah, so I thought that was it. Oh, Casey Hudson.
I hope the first question is going to ask about the facial animations.
Today, just got a little game to show, right?
Yep.
It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back.
Don't talk about the dev cycle. Don't talk about the dev cycle.
God. BioWare fans, you know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about,
that was a
what is
frame
the
rate.
evolution of a BioWare game. And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. And we also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different. And I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous.
Is this an MMO? Like, I still don't know what this is.
And this is where other players get to play with you.
I think it's
The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, talk to some characters.
So the social hubs are not,
and this is where your
the social
story really
hubs are
lives
the
and
instance
breathes.
things, not the world?
And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So, Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
How do you video
it's something
game?
we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players.
Hardest part's having a good idea. So we just looked at what Activision was doing and we said, we're going to
do
do that.
That are different from what you've played before. So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff. And what unlocks us creatively is to think about principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last.
That's why a lot of the early concept art
unique challenges
is,
for Anthem
just
is
a person standing alone.
An experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now.
Like that one.
And so the world is always changing, whether the
sure does
storms,
get dark and then rain.
Seasons, and
sometimes at the same time.
It's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity
the guy
to
running out the
drop
blue
into the
before.
world,
Thank you.
almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone.
Oh, this
And that
concept
could be
art,
anything
wow.
from gameplay to lore.
Weather.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exo suits. And you need those suits to survive and fight
Independent
in this world,
contractor.
because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of Creation.
They have the Star Wars license, and they need to be so careful,
stop
John.
them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things.
It does not.
Is it
but
a suit? Is it a javelin?
you heard
like,
EA was
what's the
making a
canon
game
term
called
here?
Bounty Hunters. Wouldn't you think like, oh yeah, I'm going to be Boba
and,
Fett?
they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger.
You're going to be Dog.
And then there's the Colossus.
Not the Titan.
The Interceptor. And
Not
finally,
the Warlock.
the Storm.
Oh, that's definitely not a Warlock.
So,
Not Lucio.
gives
That's
you a
what that
different
was.
way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit.
They have
You are
4,
a
John,
freelancer,
not
a
3.
pilot,
Come on.
Which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using.
Look at the fucker hovering in the background
really
there.
what this
Come
allows
on.
us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now.
Super generic
The
sci-fi
Ranger
world
is a
is
more
what this is.
generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I don't think they said it yet.
I'm just gonna say the Storm looks like
It
it's
might
gonna
be
my
on
favorite.
Super
I'm
Origin
sure you guys
Premium
are
Access
picking your faves right now too.
thing that they talked about earlier.
So the javelins are
Actually,
awesome,
I think
but
they
we're gonna take
said
a
it
couple
was going to be on
questions
that
right now. So
service.
Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for
thought so. I could be
people
wrong.
out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Why is that the question you ask?
Players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their
How many skins does one
javelin
have?
plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize
An
the way that it
intern
looks.
definitely didn't
both
ask
through paint
that
jobs
because
as
they
well
wanted
as
to talk
changing the
about it.
actual, geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well, and because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization.
Will you make the javelin
Monetization.
your own?
How, when, box, cosmetics.
Oh.
Yeah, we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means
we call them something completely different.
Money on gameplay advantage at all.
They're called happy crates.
But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about
Fuchsia.
this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see
That's not the Hulk. Please stop saying that.
Just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
Yeah,
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know if you want to roll solo.
I don't think that answered the question.
But
Nope.
It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
as you do,
Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
We forgot a bingo item for fake discussion during gameplay trailer. Because that stuff's always good.
I want that javelin, if that's an option. I'll take that one.
Freelancer, time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Definitely.
It's like the Fallout suit.
I'm waiting for them to transform into a plane and
Oh. This is one more of these guys off from Voltron.
If there's just
Owen,
unlimited light
what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Oh yeah, damage number.
Right. Checking out the Scar Camp some more.
I don't know if those are supposed to be AIs talking.
Weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
I don't think that's the AI.
I don't know. Switching back and forth thing is weird.
Yeah, where are you? You look like you're in a different area.
A lot of the control of this stuff seems a lot like some of the Warframe stuff. It's especially this underwater part.
What?
That's how you fix that problem, yeah.
This is fine.
Well, we found Kay's class.
There's a shaker relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
There have been like no enemies.
See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation.
Sure.
Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Sure.
Yeah. I think AI.
That guy was AI for sure. That's a flamethrower, I think.
Yeah, like some sort of weapon.
Combo.
Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
Not a warlock, not a warlock, not a warlock.
It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
This is where the game becomes Avatar.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position.
I forget what voice that is, but it sounds familiar.
On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Oh, it turns out it's an Aliens game. Xenomorph time.
That
Yeah.
sure is a thing.
Yep.
I think so. It's gotta be the weak point.
Chris taught us everything. The squishy part's probably where you see
How cool was that?
I thought they were done.
Please stop talking.
And
more.
that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys had that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
Right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody.
Yeah. I was so sure they were going to do Holiday.
All of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access.
They did mention that was
Yarny
today.
is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command and Conquer Rivals.
Did they say where Unravel 2
Now,
is?
that's
Like
a
what
lot of
platforms?
available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference.
That's quite all right.
And have a great weekend.
So, what do you guys think out of
The internet tells me that Unravel 2 is for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Sorry, Switch.
I mean, that was fine. It wasn't a train wreck like some past ones, so that was good.
I mean, it's what do you expect at EA? All right, here's a sports game, and here's another sports game. It's basically the same game as last year, but now the numbers +1, which is fine.
we're gonna try and fix the Star Wars game.
I'm surprised like they're still doing that. To be honest,
it's such a big license, though. They kind of have to.
Hi guys, my name is True Boy. Welcome back to the stream. Now, I know the FIFA 19 was exciting. We saw that trailer. Champions League is coming to FIFA for the first time ever, but the World Cup is 5 days away. So what we decided to do is to have a tournament with some national teams, England, Mexico, Germany, and the USA, and decide who will be the champions of the Creators Cup. And I'm not alone. We got some special guests. The first one, Republic of Ireland International.
I'm curious how that actually looks when it's
thanks, Stu. How are you?
Real game.
I'm doing great. Now, I know you didn't
Like,
qualify
what the
for the
fuck
World
that
Cup
actually
Island,
is.
but how have you been enjoying?
I've loved it so far.
Don't listen to those guys over there. These guys are joking.
I know. I'm not worried about Mexico in the World Cup.
Don't worry about Mexico.
I don't think you'll be getting far. I don't think you'll be getting far.
But how have you been enjoying the World Cup mode so far?
No, I've really enjoyed it. I think what they've done is brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, you get the chance to win the World Cup. I've been able to do that, so it's probably the closest I'm going to get to winning it,
tomorrow
so
at 4 p.m. for
Now
Microsoft.
There's already smack talk going around. We're gonna go right into the game. But first up on the USA side, we're gonna have Lil Yachty, aka Lil Bo. Lil Bo, how you doing? All right. Well, I mean, platinum recording hip hop artist and also future star of the Teen Titans Go movie as well.
Later.
So I'm a big Teen Titans fan, so I really do love that.